Did you know Colorado is home to the only certified gluten-free and women-owned brewery in the U.S.? That's right. It's based out of Golden. Holidaily Brewing Company is serving up gluten-free beer options, something that is especially timely as May is Celiac Awareness Month. And joining us to talk about it is Karen Hertz, the founder and head brewista of Holidaily. Thanks for coming in.
You are welcome. Thank you for having me.
Your story is really, really fascinating. So before we get into the actual beer, how did you even get into this industry?
Yeah, I started working at KUSA here in Colorado. So that's how I got into the beer industry. I'm a Colorado native, and as you know, it's a big part of all of our social lives. So worked for KUSA, got into the industry, and then got an MBA in entrepreneurship from CU Denver, and had my own health issues. I'm a 2-time cancer survivor, thyroid cancer and melanoma, and had surgery and radiation for both, but then was also told I had a gluten intolerance. And I loved beer and loved working for KUSA and loved being in the beer industry, and there was no great gluten-free beer out there, so I figured out how to make my own.
That's amazing. You saw the problem and you solved it. So this came from your own journey of, you needed something that was truly gluten-free, and that's why you created this.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I tell people it was a little bit selfish. I wanted a good gluten-free beer. And then I just figured there had to be other people out there that just want to have a beer with their family and friends.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about how, it could be, you're truly gluten-free, whereas some of these that are like gluten resistant or whatever what is the difference between the two?
Yes, yeah. So really there's a difference. There's beers out there called gluten reduced or gluten removed beers. And what that means is they're brewed with barley or wheat, which contain gluten.
Yeah.
And they drop an enzyme in there which chops the gluten into pieces, but it's still actually in the beer. Where for our process, gluten never even enters our brewery. Our brewers aren't allowed to have a sandwich in the brewing piece of our business, but all of the grains that go into our beer are entirely gluten-free, so therefore the beer itself is gluten-free, and then we're certified gluten-free as well, which just means we go through an added process of audits and tests and training to ensure that it's entirely safe for anybody to drink.
I was reading the stats here. One of only 16 certified gluten-free breweries in the United States, and the only certified woman-owned brewery in the U.S. You go, girl. That's so awesome.
Thank you.
And then talk about how you get some of your ingredients from Colorado farms.
Yeah, so fun fact, Colorado is the largest millet producer in the United States. And there's a company in Fort Collins, Colorado, right near Fort Collins, called Grouse Malt House. So it's a women-owned business, and she sources all of our millet and buckwheat that we use in our beers from local farms.
All right, so if someone can't come to the tap room to try these out, where can they try out the beer?
Yeah, our tap room is located in Golden, but we distribute throughout all of Colorado. So really most major grocery stores, major liquor stores, Coors Field, Ball Arena, and we're in about 82 breweries, other tap rooms, because they want to have a gluten-free beer option. So they carry Holidaily, and then they serve their own beer as well.
What an incredible story and journey. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.